The Assassin's Creed series has seen some ups and downs in recent years, but now we have the new Assassin's Creed Origins. But is this like finding an oasis in the desert after being stranded there, or should this one be mummified and forgotten forever? The game takes place in ancient Egypt, and the map is absolutely huge, and there's a lot of space to cover. You'll have tons of main quests, side quests, and side activities to complete, and it'll take you a while just to walk from one end of the map to the opposite side. The game has you playing as Bayek, who ends up being entangled in the political warfare that's about to be happening in Egypt between the ruling Cleopatra and the Order of the Ancients, which are conspiring against her and Julius Caesar. There's also the modern day segments like a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, though thankfully they're pretty compact and relatively short, so it doesn't take you too long to get back into the Animus and continue your adventure. The core gameplay, though, is pretty much what you've come to know and expect from an Assassin's Creed game. The stealth is on par with some of the best entries in the series, though the melee combat has been changed up a bit. You now use the R1 and R2 buttons in order to do light and heavy attacks with a variety of different weapons and weapon types that you'll be able to gather and find throughout the land of Egypt. You also have bows and arrows and other stuff to, of course, aid you. While it won't take long to kind of get used to the new combat system, it's something that may be a spot of contention for those who enjoy the series in general. The stealth, however, while unfortunately you can't do only stealth, there's a lot of times where you will be forced into combat in one way, shape, or form, there is a decent amount of stuff you'll be able to do with the stealth, being able to get around areas, waiting for those opportune times to sneak into forts and take out leaders and other enemies silently while gathering the treasure. It's still very satisfying to do all that, and there's usually a lot of ways to approach different areas in the main and side missions, trying to get in there as quickly and stealthily as you can. The game's main story, which was quite enjoyable for the most part. I really liked Bayek as an assassin, as well as a lot of the other characters that you got to interact with. The end of the story wasn't quite as strong as the beginning, but still was enjoyable throughout. There's at least about 15 to 25 hours just focusing on the main quest, though as you're going through, you may need to level up a time or two extra by completing the side quest to make sure that you have the amount of strength and health in order to take on whatever's coming up. When it comes to the side quests, it can be actually a bit overwhelming. When you walk into a new area, you're easily going to get 4, 5, or 6 new side quests for you to try to complete. There's also side activities like the chariot racing, which can be a lot of fun. You have arena-style stuff, plenty of collectibles to get, and you do have a bit of the ship combat that the Assassin's Creed series mastered in Assassin's Creed 4, and while it's nothing as in-depth like that, it still was nice to have that from time to time. From the technical side of things, though, there are a fair amount of issues going on here. There's still a lot of glitches and bugs that are being worked out. Even after the first few patches, which I have played through, there's still some issues coming up. I've had the sound completely cut out on me, and I had to completely restart my system in order to kind of fix the game. I've also had it where the game has crashed on a number of occasions, even with the newest patches available, and a plethora of other little minor things here and there. Assassin's Creed Origin is available now on the PlayStation 4 for $59.99. It does, of course, have a Platinum, and it's available also on the Xbox One and PC. Overall, Assassin's Creed Origin is a good entry in the Assassin's Creed series. If you like this formula, you're probably going to like this game, though it may feel a bit too samey for some. You're still doing very similar mission structures and mission types, even with the setting being changed up. The game is also far from being the best in the series, which I still think are Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 4, but it fits nicely below that and is way better than some of the worst titles that the series has seen. With everything said, though, I'm going to be giving Assassin's Creed Origins an 8 out of 10. But anyway, guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.